Dear friends, greetings of the day. Hope you are having a wonderful time. So, we are at the last lecture of this week's discussion. This is the 6th week, and in this week, we are discussing about the emerging channels of digital marketing. And yet again, we are here with a very wonderful, very new topic, that is influencer marketing. So, influencer, whenever we talk about influencer, immediately the one thing that comes in our mind is social media, or more specifically Facebook, Instagram and many other social apps. So, immediately whenever we talk about influencer marketing, the concept of influencers, immediately it flashes in our mind. And as the young shoppers, almost everyone have experienced, nowadays the young shoppers, they are experiencing this, and before actually buying the product, they are seeing the reviews and recommendations given by these influencers. They are going to see what the influencer have to say, because influencer is someone who gives the first hand experience about the product and services, is the person who gives information about the product, the reviews of the product, the actual feel of the product. So, all these are very much categorically explained by the influencer. The concept of influencer marketing is based on a very important aspect, that is trust. So, trust is something that plays the very pivotal role, or it is the something which is in the epicenter of the whole building block of influencer marketing. So, trust is something which the marketers are leveraging to push their marketing efforts. So, what is happening, why I am saying this? So, trust is influencers, they are the people who have many followers, they are the people who have many, many fan followings are there. So, they are following the influencer because they might have been influenced by their some characteristics, their features, their talent, right. So, on that basis they are following the influencers. Now, between the influencer and the consumer, there is something called trust. So, trust is that whatever the influencer is saying is true, whatever the influencer are saying is correct, it is original, and it is something which is to be accepted, right. So, that level of trust is there with the influencers. So, that the marketers can take benefit out of it, and they can engage these influencer. That is why the influencer marketing somehow, now what is happening, these influencers, sometimes influencers, they are promoting those products which they actually are not using. In that sense, the whole concept of influencer are demolished. Rather, it should be, the influencer should be mindful in that they should promote the goods they actually feel within, from the within, that it is correct and it is something which is useful for the consumer. However, then only it is going to exist, then only it is going to sustain. Otherwise, the moment people get to know that influencers are heavily paid, or the influencer are someone who gets their own benefit out of it, and they are just promoting any XYZ products, then the whole building block will fall down, and probably this whole concept, this whole system will fall. But still, influencer marketing, if we talk in today's sense, it is something which is very contemporary, and there is a huge scope and potential in this particular domain. So, basically, who are these influencers? So, an influencer is a person who is regarded as the expert within their particular field, that also has a steady following. So, two things we need to understand. The influencer, the first, how, when they would be considered influencer, when they have high fan following. So, when they have high followings, and also when they are expert in their domain. And since they are expert in their domain and they make content on their expertise, right, that is why it has led to increase in the fan followings, right. So they are something which are related to each other. So when a person on obviously social media, because the followings can be measured, quantified only if through the fan followings they have, the number of followers on Instagram, the number of followers on Twitter, the number of followers on the Facebook. So on that basis it could be quantified on that basis. The followings, the typical followings, like people follow some great personalities, people follow some godmens, right, people follow some neta. So that is different following, right. But when they follow them on these social media apps, or when they follow on certain website, it is actually quantified. You can actually see how many people are following the person, how many people are liking, sharing, commenting the content that they share. That is how you define. So here we are talking about those influencer, we are talking about those followings, right. So as I have said, influencer is a person who is regarded as the expert and also have steady following. So people trust their opinions. So as I was saying, trust is something which plays very predominant role in case of influencer marketing. So people trust their opinion, and thus their endorsements carry a considerable amount of weight. Since people trust them, that is why whatever they are endorsing, whatever they are talking about any particular product, it has got considerable weightage. People are going to consider them correct, will consider them true. There is a growing interest of experts who have large scale social influence and presence via social medias. So this term influencer is predominantly in the domain of social media. So when, as I have said, when we think about influencer, we think about the social medias. So trust is a very important part of modern marketing, and according to the Nielsen, customers trust earned media. So we have talked about the paid media, the earned media. So earned media is something which you have as a marketer, as a company, which you have earned. So it is by such reviews and recommendations more than any type of another marketing. So these earned media in the form of reviews and recommendation, as in the word of mouth. So it plays more more influence on further attracting the customers. So these earned media are very helpful for any company. These earned media are something which is very important for any organization in comparison to any sort of marketing. So influencer marketing acknowledges that need for trust and recommendations that the consumer want to see. So this is something which is attached with the influencer, the trust, the reviews and recommendation. That is why, as we know that how word of mouth marketing is so popular, similarly how earned media is something which is very essential for generating the organic influences. Similarly, influencer are also very important, are also very helpful for any organization. So we need to understand that influencers are like the celebrities. So at one point of time, when we have television ads and different sort of other advertisement, we used to have celebrities, and celebrity usually used to have someone from film industry, Bollywood, and or someone from sports, or some other prominent personalities, but predominantly they were from these two domains, right. And then they used to endorse any product, they used to endorse cosmetics, they used to endorse any FMCG products, and that is one way, that is something which is very commonly being used nowadays. Also there are many companies, there are many businesses and brands, they use these celebrities to get their product endorsed. But they have their own impact, but we at our core of heart we know that maybe these celebrities, they are not using the products themselves. But this is something which is not happening with the influencer. Influencer are the people who actually are using that, probably they must be using that product. They are someone who have built their reputation by their content. So like if you must have if you are a social media active personality, then you must have seen them like this technical Guruji, and then this Bhuvan Bam, and this Kamya, and also the supercar blondie. So everyone have their own expertise of their own domain. So technical Guruji, recently there were some digital, in the domain of digital, in the domain of digital content creation, there were awards also, right? Our prime minister, he gave awards to the digital containers, so who makes digital contents. So he was also given the award also. So technical Guruji, he gives expert advice and he has got huge fan followings. So he gives advices on the technical product, the tech products. Similarly, Bhuvan Baum he's a comedian, he's an actor, and he has also got a huge fan following because he creates very engaging and engaging contents. Similarly, Kamya Jain, nowadays she is also interviewing, food blogging, and essentially she is a travel blogger, but nowadays also she is seen with various celebrities, various politicians, and creating wonderful engaging contents. So she is also a very prominent influencer. Similarly, Supercar Blondie also, she also reviews various automobiles, various cars, supercars, and all those things. So influencers, unlike celebrities, can be anywhere, and it can be from any domain. As I've said, so we don't know the background of Vikas, the technical Guruji, and he could be any person. Like you could also start reviewing product. So recently, yesterday I just came through a new news that Anand Mahindra have shared his Monday motivation, and there he talked about one truck driver. So this truck driver has got huge fan followings, and he essentially does travel blogging and food blogging, all those things. So he has got amazing fan followings. So there are many examples you will find on internet, and they are, see, the what is changing nowadays. People want original content, people want to see the facilities in original, people want to see the travel locations in original. So what is happening, you can see various images, you can see various pictures, or you can hear from the expert also, or the advertiser, or people will say, okay, this is very beautiful place, this is very beautiful place, but you want to see it with your eyes, not exactly with your eyes by going there. You will obviously go there, but when the travel influencer goes there, he will show you different facilities, he will show you how beautiful the place is, then you feel more connected. So you can also get to know actually how you are going to travel, what are the various prices, maybe the hotel prices or transport charges, what you have to do, what do you have to do, you don't have to do, what are the things that should be kept in mind, all those things, the budget, how much budget it is required, all those things is very much clear when you are seeing through the eyes of the travel influencer. So that is one very wonderful way, rather than seeing any advertisement about that particular place. So that is what is happening with the influencer. So influencer, they are not like celebrities, but they can be from anywhere, anyone can become the celebrity. So they can be anyone and they can be from anywhere. What makes them influential is their large followings on the web and social media. So their fan followings, they could be anyone. I am sometimes very much surprised that people, they follow random things. There are many influencers who actually do nothing, they might, but that is in my sense, I don't know, some people might, the youngster probably they might have some connect with that, but still they are having huge followings. So you don't know, as a marketer, it is very difficult to understand whom to target, whom to choose. So it is really a challenge for the marketers to actually choose the influencer and actually perform influencer marketing. So an influencer can be a popular fashion photographer on Instagram, or it could be a well-read cybersecurity blogger who tweets on a random basis, or a respected marketing executive on LinkedIn. So there are various domains are there are various platforms are there are various types of influencers are there. So let us come to our main discussion, that is influencer marketing. So influencer marketing, by now I think there must be we have some clarity on the concept, right. So, influencer marketing is a hybrid of old and new marketing tools. So, why it is being said? Because as I was talking about celebrity endorsement. So, it takes the idea of celebrity endorsement and place it into the modern day content driven, this is very important, content driven marketing campaign. So, I was talking about content marketing. So, content is something which is powerful nowadays. What these influencers are sharing, what the content they make, how engaging it is, how original it is, how innovative it is, that is something which is very unique, and that is something which is going to increase their fan following, and that is why people they follow them, to get those contents. So, in modern day, the whole marketing campaign is content driven, and the idea of celebrity endorsement is basically mixed with the idea of content marketing, and that is how the influencer marketing have emerged. So, influencer marketing involves a brand collaborating with an online influencer to market one of its product or services. Some influencer marketing, the collaboration are less tangible than that. Brands simply work with influencers to improve their brand recognition. We need to understand this, that they work, these companies they work with the influencer only to improve their brand recognition, to increase their visibility. People they get to know about different new products when any influencer is on a regular basis. So, for example, I do not exactly remember the person. He explains, he talks about different gadgets which is available on Amazon. Sometimes it might happen that people randomly talk about some gadget which is not available in a marketplace or which is not very much approachable. So, he talks about different gadgets, and these are very cool gadgets actually. So, he talks about different gadgets and he chooses the gadgets which are available on Amazon. So, I try to check some of these gadgets, as in I try to see whether he actually is telling the true or not, whether it is available on the Amazon or not. So, I try to search the same product and I used to get the product. Okay, there are those products on Amazon, right. So, the point is, now what is happening every day, probably I may not have gotten an opportunity to explore different gadgets available on Amazon. Now, he is the person who is doing it, right. He is the person who is doing it and making the content on it. Now, what I have to do, I simply have to follow, and probably sometimes what may happen, that some of the gadgets will attract me and I will actually buy that particular gadget. So, that is something which is happening in, that is the new trend which is happening. So, primarily the influencer marketing is about brand recognition. It has less focus on sales, less focus on conversion, rather it is about brand awareness, brand recognition, and that is why that is where the differentiation between affiliate marketing and influencer marketing comes. So, influencer marketing, they do not specifically work on some commission, rather they have some fees, maybe per post, per content delivered, something like that, and not on any specific campaign basis. So, influencer marketing is a collaboration between popular social media users and the brands to promote brands, product or services. These partnerships have been going on informally since the dawn of social media. So, the time when social media have started, from then only this influencer, the concept of influencer was has started evolving, and now it has taken a very good, a wonderful shape. There could be different types of influencer. If we say on the basis of the size of the followers, so we categorize it, there are various literature on this. So, we categorize on the basis of the fan followings. If it is more than 1 million, then it is mega influencers. If it is between 1 million to 1 lakh, it is macro influencer. If it is 50,000 to 1 lakh, it is medium influencer. If it is between 10,000 to 50,000, it is micro influencers, and if it is less than 10,000, it is nano influencers. So, I have taken this data from McKinsey's data. So, McKinsey is one of the post, but obviously the literature will differ. There is no set pattern or set guidelines regarding it. It is just a rule of thumb sort of there, right. So, we have categorized it. Say it facilitates in targeting in choosing the influencer, right, on the basis of their fan followings. So that is one way of categorizing the influencer, so that we can actually target and choose the influencer as per our budget. That is one way to smoothen this marketing facility. Otherwise, there is no fixed guideline that whom to call whom, right. Also, but there is a system by YouTube that they give silver button, gold button as per the number of subscribers you have. Similarly, on the basis of the expertise, so obviously this is not the exhaustive list. Obviously, there are fashion influencers, food influencers, or rather I would say food bloggers are nowadays very common. Then there are tech influencers, automobile influencers, travel influencers, health and lifestyle influencers, and sometimes nowadays again these random influencers. So there is no fixed sector or domain, rather they are prominent in particular geographic location, and in that particular geographic locations they are basically the local influencers. So they are not very much popular, maybe they come under the nano influencer categories. So they usually promote the random things, the random local things in the geographical area they are there, right. But mega influencers are something which have the reach to almost country level or global level. So influencer marketing strategy. So what are the steps that should be taken by the digital market to leverage the trust and fan following of the influencer on social media platform for marketing activities. So these steps, there are 6 steps. First is identify the target audience for a particular campaign. So you need to identify which sector, which segment of the audience you are targeting. Usually influencer marketing are targeted for the youngsters, but even within the youngsters there are different segments could be done on the basis of their geographic locations, on the basis of their taste and preferences. Overall, I would say that these are targeted towards this particular young age group, youth is targeted under this influencer marketing. So once you have targeted the audience for a particular campaign, then you set the campaign goals. So what is the campaign goals that is there? You have to understand this depending upon the nature, depending upon the characteristics of the audience that you are targeting, the characteristics of that particular audience. On that basis you need to set the campaign goal. Whether, see, the prominent goal that is very much prevalent is obviously the brand awareness. This is the prime goal of any influencer marketing strategy. However, the company can also popularize any product, or may give some specific offers and coupons. So there could be different other goals to to reach or to penetrate into some new market. So all those could also be the campaign goals, but the prime goal that any influencer marketing has is the brand awareness. Then once you have targeted the audience, once you have set your campaign goals, then obviously next stage is to set the content and the message that you want to deliver. So what sort of content you want to deliver, what sort of message you have to deliver. But again, this should also match with the influencer that you are choosing. So different influencers have different format of presenting their content, they have different way of presenting their content. So some influencer, they follow a very systematic formal way of reviewing things, but again there are some influencers who use various innovative way, creative way, and maybe they try to use humor also, or they try to use some level of acting or some level of different level of different type of contents they are going to create. So probably you decide your content and message, but the influencer obviously is going to modify it, going to fit it into his own format, because any influencer, he might be having some fixed pattern of sharing the contents, or set pattern of sending the messages. So you need to set the budget accordingly. So when you set the budget Accordingly, you are going to choose the influencer. Obviously, the mega influencer would be the costlier in comparison to the nano influencer, and obviously it would be different because the mega influencer, they have high fan followings in comparison to the nano. So depending upon the your budget, depending upon the target audience. So for example, your target audience is female shoppers, and you want to talk about the product which is related to fashion, then obviously you have to choose the right influencer in the domain of fashion. So probably you would be choosing the right fashion influencer. Now there are various fashion influencer in the market who creates different content, and they might be having different fan followings also. So as per your budget, as per your content, you need to choose the right influencer, and you need to reach out to the influencer to decide on how your terms and condition would be, or how the messages would be delivered, how the content would be modified, and all those things you need to do. Once it is done, once the content is being delivered through the social media accounts of the influencer, then you need to track the campaign performance. However, tracking the campaign performance of influencer marketing is quite difficult, and there is no fixed methodology, fixed system to track the campaign performance, because this is more about brand awareness, creating brand awareness rather than conversion. So that is why it is rather difficult to actually track, but still you can see whether it has increased your fan following, as in the brand's fan following, or it has more online visitors have increased or not. So such sort of measures you can measurements you can do. So there is a certain difference between the influencer and the affiliate marketing, as we have been discussing, and there is a quite confusion between the affiliate and influencer. So if we talk about definition, in case of influence marketing, partner with the influencer on social media who promotes your brand to their followers. In case of affiliate marketing, businesses that promote your content on their website to their audience and receive a percentage of sale when leads buy your product. This is important here. So purpose, as I was saying, brand awareness is the prime purpose in case of influencer marketing, but in case of affiliate marketing, it is lead generation and revenue growth. Where to find them? Obviously, influencer, you can find them on various social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and all. And affiliate marketing, they are generally companies and sites that operate in the same niche as you are, and your audience spends time online. So they are the companies and various websites. Who are they? So they are either they would be celebrities, they would be bloggers, they could be media personalities, they could be industry leaders, or they could be any random people on social media. Here it could be bloggers, the blogs, the companies and the publisher. Cost, if we talk about cost, influencer can be compensated in number of ways. There could be a flat fee for like per content cost, or payment per post, or any some goodies, some free products, something like that. And sometimes they also get their image enhanced while doing or creating content. So it is win-win situation for both of them. So the standard payment is percentage of the product sale. So here it is pay per performance system, right? So pay per action or pay per performance. If we talk about the measure engagement and ROI, so here however it is difficult, but still, as I have said, the new followers that you had on your web page, the social media engagement, website traffic, as I was saying, lead generation, obviously. Here it is average order value, sales volume, sale and site traffic. So I hope you have understood the difference between the influencer and affiliate marketing, and there is only very thin line difference between these two, but still influencer marketing is completely different concept in comparison to the affiliate marketing, and influencer marketing is something which is more popular and prevalent in social media platforms. So that is all for today's discussion. Hope I have made some sense. I hope you have understood the concept of influencer marketing, and you have also understood the distinction between influencer marketing and the affiliate marketing. With this, we come to end of the 6th week, and in the next lecture we will be coming with some new concept, with some new knowledge. So hope to meet you again. Have a wonderful time. Thank you.